subscribe.
Hey folks, I want to share with you a really neat video about this vessel here that brought in some really big cranes to the port of Oakland. The Zen Y, I think is how you say it. Anyway, it was built in 2003 and it's classified as a heavy load carrier, meaning by doing a Google search that it has a flat open deck with no cargo holds. But anyway, these cranes are 300 feet high. The A-frames on the other cranes that are here at SSA are 200 feet high, and I think they raised those at some point. I'm not sure, but these are 300, the biggest ones in the world. I didn't get the video of them coming under the Bay Bridge, which was unfortunate because I had to work. I have a real job, but they are unloading them here at SSA, and I figured I'd fly across the water here and get some really cool footage of this. And if you've ever wondered, like this is the port of Oakland, what the top commodities are that move through the port of Oakland, the imports are furniture and bedding, packaging to support the beverage industry, glass, machinery, and electrical machinery. The top exports here are wood pulp, edible fruits and nuts, meats and fish, beverages like spirits and vinegar, and grains and seeds. So there you go. You know what the top imports and exports are of Oakland, the port of Oakland, as of 2015, I think, or 2014 is when that data is. But at any rate, this is just a really cool video to show here, and I had to come out across the water and kind of back up so I could show you just how big these cranes are. Even with the wide angle lens on the Phantom 4, I had to really back up in order to get them all in frame. Really neat, beautiful color. The sun is setting here. We've got about an hour before sunset, and it's just picking up some really pretty color here. Look at all those containers on that ship. I want to tell you too quickly about those. The average container ship like this one here holds 25,000 tons of cargo, which is 50 million pounds. That's crazy, man. And they float and they move all across the water. Tugboat here, the Z5. Really neat, man. I just saw the tugboat and I'm like, you know what? Let me just come off these cranes for a minute and follow this tugboat. Look how cool that looks, man. My real job, I haul gas and diesel, and we do fill up tugboats. I don't fill the tugboats up, but I have been on location and delivered fuel to the people who do fill the tugboats up. But anyway, this is just really cool, and I'm going to go ahead and chase the tugboat down for a second. Look at that APL ship right there with all those containers. Keep in mind, 50 million pounds of freight, man. Gosh, that's incredible. I don't know if that's getting loaded to leave or it's coming to get unloaded, but either way, there's a good chance there's fruits and nuts and furniture on that boat. But look at the Phantom 4. We just fly along the water here, man, and I catch up to this tugboat as it's creating all that nice, wake behind it, all the nice waves and white water. It's just really making a nice trail of ripple in the channel there, man. It's just really pretty. It was a pretty day out. We'd had a lot of rain, and so recently, the sun broke and it was my day off, and I'm like, let me get this Phantom out here and do some cool footage, man. And look at that tugboat. These things are work horses. This thing will hold 29,000 gallons of fuel according to the Google data. 29,000 gallons. And I know, like the last tugboat that I went and filled up, that thing was a 20,000 gallon fuel, 4 manifolded tanks. And we had 2 trucks there, and I do 7,600 gallons of diesel on my truck to deliver, and we had 2 trucks there, and it still didn't fill the boat. It's crazy. You can see somebody in the window. How cool is that? Beautiful colors. Look at these sunset golden oranges and yellows kicking up off the boat there, and you got the nice long shadow. Just really pretty. So back to the cranes though, man, because I just had to chase the boat down for a minute and show you guys what a pretty sight that was. But at any rate, you know, here we're back on the cranes, and you can see people working and walking, you know, top picks and gradles and forklifts and all kinds of stuff going on this boat and on the shore there, where the cranes have already been moved. There's just all kinds of activity going on there. People walking. This boat here, I guess it flies under the Liberian flag. I don't know how all that works. You know, it's evidently these cranes are from China, were made in China, and the boat has a Chinese name, but it flies under a different flag. I don't know how all that works. It sounds more confusing than I want to get into, but you know, these cranes actually, this boat sat moored out in Drake's Bay for a few days before it passed under the Golden Gate Bridge and then under the Bay Bridge. And it sat out there, I guess, you know, repositioning itself and lowering the cranes so that it could even fit under the bridges to come into the port of Oakland here. But that's pretty neat. Look how massive this thing is and how low it sits in the water. I guess it just normally sits that low. It does, you know, it's pretty low, man. I would think that'd be a scary thing to operate or drive or whatever you do to move that boat, whatever you call it. But it's nuts, man. Imagine the waves washing up over the top of that boat, man, as you're out there on the water. That'd be spooky, man. That's not the job for me at all, you know. But once again, look here at the Phantom 4, how it just really captures that golden light. Really pretty color from the sun being low in the sky. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. You know, if you haven't done so, like and subscribe. I put out new content, you know, a few times a month. And check me out on Instagram, insightful_image.